that this is a mighty movement of women.
Women's history is indivisible from American history, all the way back to 1776, when future First Lady Abigail Adams wrote to her husband John, urging the Continental Congress to remember the ladies, and warning if they didn't, we are determined to foment a rebellion. And they did, from the Seneca Falls Convention in 1848 to the early 20th century street demonstrations. Jeannette Rankin, the first woman elected to Congress in 1916, 4 years before women even won the right to vote. We've never had a lack of trailblazers paving the way to freedom, to new heights, even to outer space. But we've always had to raise our voices and lift our hands to demand autonomy, equity, equality.
It's going to be a very long process. Certainly it's going to take many more generations. But I hope that we've budged it a little bit.
Like any journey, it's been marked by progress and setbacks. The defeat of the Equal Rights Amendment, still unequal pay,
Stop the violence!
and the ever-present scourge of sexual harassment. And yet, there is always hope.
So help me God.
Most recently witnessed in the wisdom of the 6th inaugural poet, Amanda Gorman.
We will not march back to what was, but move to what shall be.
It was beautiful to see that.
Elizabeth Alexander was the 4th inaugural poet in 2009.
I've known her for a few years and have given her a bit of advice from time to time. It is supremely satisfying to watch young people shine and know that maybe you helped make that a little bit possible.
That intersection of our past and present is now Alexander's focus.
The world we walk around in tells us who we are.
Leading a mission to reimagine our monuments as the head of the Mellon Foundation.
What is the part of American women's history that you want to tell, that you want to reimagine?
I want to start with the sheer disproportion, the lack of representation of the stories and contributions of women in American life. In New York City, there are 150 public historic statues. 6 of them are of women. In Philadelphia, 1,500 public statues. 2 of them are of women.
If we look at our landscape today, we have a woman vice president, a woman speaker of the House. There are women CEOs, women Supreme Court justices. So what is it going to take? Is it equal pay? What is it that says women have finally arrived and are equal?
I think that we have representation in all of those arenas that we named. But in very few of those arenas, I would venture to say none of those arenas, is there predominant female leadership.
Women make up the majority of Americans and still remain in the minority of leaders, from big business to state houses.
I think it's important to name the inequities so that we know what the challenges are and we don't let up. I don't think there's a moment of arrival, because I think arrival creates complacency. All of those questions of what does it mean to live in a world that's as fair as you can make it are lifetime questions, I believe.
Now, since we sat down with Elizabeth Alexander, we have some good news to report. There has been a 7th statue of a woman unveiled here in New York City, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. It's a step in the right direction. But yeah, isn't that great? In Brooklyn, and people are very excited. But when you think about it, there are only 7 statues of women compared to 150 statues of men in New York City. It's not quite equal yet.
7 versus 150. My goodness. Ann Thompson, beautiful story. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.